They're not real. Total props.
So what's the myth?
Well, these are part of our next myth, which is a Hollywood myth. Picture a group of intrepid heroes fighting evil adversaries when into their midst flies a live grenade. Guess what happens next?
Well, I would say no doubt the hero actor jumps on a grenade, thus protecting the rest of the people.
Exactly right. That's the myth we want to test. Will jumping on a grenade actually save those around you?
It's another explosive tall tale from Tinseltown. The director calls action, and our stuntman hero steps up to put his body on the line. Some special effects later, and although he's out of a job, the rest of the cast have miraculously survived.
So what do you think our plan is?
Well, why don't we start by making a human analog?
Out of ballistics media for our hero?
Yeah, and we'll set off some grenades, both with and without our hero diving on them.
All right. You know, we're also going to need an objective way of assessing the blast damage, both with and without the hero on the grenade.
And just for fun, why don't we try some other ways of suppressing grenade blasts?
That's great. Let's do it.
First up, this movie myth needs a star who'll be willing to go to ground on a grenade. No one's volunteering, so Adam begins bodybuilding.
Normally when we want to do a human analog on the show, we use ballistics gelatin or animal carcasses. This stuff we've used it on a few myths. It's still relatively new to us. It's a different kind of ballistic media, also based on animal protein, like ballistics gelatin. However, it's much more stable at room temperature.
While the catering on this film set may be gloopy at best, the boys have ensured the dummy will be fattened up.
There are several things about this dummy that bear noting. The first is that it weighs the same as an adult male because it's about the same size as an adult male, and it has the same density in terms of the ballistics material that we use and human flesh. So it should be perfect for our test.
So we need a way to gauge the damage caused both with and without a hero grenade diver. So Jamie and I have come up with this. A set of these guys. These will be our plywood actors standing in for our movie band of brothers. They will be standing around where the grenade is happening, and we'll try one control without anyone jumping on it, see what kind of damage they take, and for take two, we'll put somebody jumping on the grenade and see what kind of damage they take then.
So the cutout cast is ready for action. Now all they need is the perfect location. Jamie and Adam are testing the movie myth that diving onto a grenade will smother the blast and save your buddies. But with the neighbors likely to gripe about a grenade going off in the backyard, the team head for one of their favorite spots.
When you want to blow up grenades, you've got to go to a place where they blow up grenades. Like the Alameda County Sheriff's Department's bomb range. That's where we are here.
This place is a veritable MythBuster mecca. Tori, Grant, and Carrie came here to blow up their pants.
Those are exploding pants.
And Jamie and Adam
You gonna paint your house with explosives?
had a little TNT party of their own.
Get your pirate face on! We're about to shoot some cannons!
And in the Pirate Special, Redbeard and Captain Heineman tested the myth that cannonball splinters are more deadly than the cannonball. But this time, the guys are going gung-ho with grenades, and the MythBusters turn to some old friends, Frank Doyle and J.D. Nelson, for the crucial explosive ingredients.
All right, so what do we got?
Okay.
So if I pull the pin on one of these things, it's going to go off, right?
No, Jamie, these are inert. We wouldn't trust Adam near the live ones. But first, Adam can't resist testing a mini-myth.
So the thing I've always wondered is, can you really pull these out with your teeth?
It works in the movies, but how about real life?
Ow. No, I don't think so.
Why would you do this when you had a perfectly good finger right over here?
It requires over 10 pounds of pressure to pull a grenade pin. So this myth is busted, a bit like Adam's teeth. Seeing as Jamie and Adam's expertise in this field comes from the movies, why don't we start with a little Grenades 101.
Now, what the heck are all these things?
A hand grenade is basically a small handheld explosive device. It's meant to be thrown, and after a certain delay,
it goes off.
And this is how they work. As everyone knows, the pin comes out first. That releases the striker lever, which hits the percussion cap, and that sets off the chemical fuse. Finally, the detonator sparks the packed explosive material. There's a big boom, and the metal casing fragments into deadly shrapnel.
So, if the M67 is going to be our grenade today, do we get to pull the pin and throw them?
Well, we won't be doing that today for safety reasons. We'll have a very controlled situation, and I think it's a good time for JD and myself to go and prepare the actual grenades that we're going to use today.
So while control freaks Frank and JD set up a remote firing system,
Let's start assembly lining this thing.
it's time to call for our movie extras. But our leading man can kick back in his trailer, as this test is the control.
We are going to detonate one of our grenades without anything inhibiting it. We're going to see what it does to our figures standing around it. Then we'll have a baseline comparison of damage to compare all the other subsequent tests to.
As the director of this slice of movie mayhem, Adam choreographs his stuntmen.
I am standing on the exact location where we're going to be detonating our series of grenade tests. The grenade is lethal within 15 feet and can cause injuries within 40 to 45 feet.
The actors are placed at 5-foot intervals from the blast epicenter. And with everyone poised for action, JD brings the small package with the big boom.
Okay, here it is.
Well, it goes right where that cone is.
Okay.
With the live grenade in position, our experts clear the area and begin their preparation.
We're going to be putting a blasting cap into the body of the grenade, into the explosive, running it by hardwire all the way back to the fire control point where we will do the button pushing and initiate the explosion.
With the cameras ready to roll, Jamie and Adam hunker down in the bunker. And with the system hot,
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
they call action.
In 3, 2, 1.
Oh. That was pretty solid.
That
was
was.
a nice, like, macho thunk.
That really was.
Whoa. And speaking of macho, the action actors look like they just shrugged off a grenade blast. But a closer look at the guy at 5 feet reveals the frightening truth.
The telling part is look at the backside.
Wow. Little tiny fragments going all the way through the plywood.
Yep, the fake blood department would have its hands full. But how about wooden actor number 2? Well, he was 10 feet away, and his part in this movie is over.
Right through the lung or the heart or something.
Yeah, anything up in this K5 area like this, they're in real hurt city.
And the body count for this scene continues to rise when they examine extra number 3.
Jamie, check it out, man. Same thing on number 3.
Yep,
One there, one there, one there. Down there, down there.
up there.
The 4th casualty was one of the cameras. And this piece of plexiglass, which was protecting a second camera, gives a further illustration of the lethal power of grenade shrapnel.
Hey, Adam,
Yeah.
check this out. This is actually more revealing than the dummies in some ways. This was a brand spanking clean thing. I just stripped it before we put it in. And, you know, on the dummies, we can kind of see a lot of little flecks, but look at all of them here. They're just like dozens of tiny things.
And each of those could potentially travel inches into your body.
Well, Frank says that these are going like, 24,000 feet per second, even though they're minuscule.
That's like 10 times the speed of a bullet.
Yeah, and that's the difference. Like, they may be smaller than birdshot even, but they're going like several times as fast. A shotgun only is like, 900 feet per second or so.
That's terrifying.
This is exactly the kind of thing I'm interested in. I wanted to see here. In the first place, the blast itself was somehow more powerful than some of the blasts that we've seen before in the sense that it was a real like thunk. You could feel it in the ground. It was like guttural and like a real, wasn't a pop or anything or a big like that. It was a bang.
I have a recommendation for how we proceed. Let's write down on the backs of the figures exactly how many hits all the way through that we got on each one. Then I'll spray paint them black again.
Okay.
So when we go for the next test, we'll be able to count clean again, and we'll see if there's a drop in them.
So after the first take, 3 of our actors have more holes in them than a bad B-grade plot. The question now is, will there be fewer fatalities when our movie star takes a dive? In the myth of the Hollywood hand grenade hero, Adam and Jamie are having a blast. A control test minus our Superman savior left 3 extras looking for work.
One there, one there, one there. Down there, down there.
Up there.
Now it's time for take 2, and our heroes straight out of Central Casting.
Hey guys, look out! A grenade has landed near you.
That's
Allow
about good.
me to be your savior. You got the back?
Uh-huh.
This is our hero right here, and it should provide a fantastic testing medium to show what kind of resistance the body will provide to the fragmentation from a grenade and how much it'll protect your buddies standing around you. Well, all of our figures are ready to go, so all that's left is to lay the charge. We'll clear out and wait for your guys ready to go.
It won't take very long. We're all set.
Excellent.
Our leading man is laid on the grenade, his body and the myth on the line. If his 3 supporting actors survive, this tall tale will be confirmed.
It's worth pausing for a second to talk about the origin of the word grenade.
Well, sure. It comes from the French word for pomegranate, which is grenade.
Does a grenade look anything like a pomegranate?
Well, not now, but in the early days they were larger. They were about the same size as a pomegranate, and they were filled with shot that was very similar to pomegranate seeds.
Oh, cool.
Well, this is it. Hollywood on trial once again. Now, if the movies are to be believed, our hero stuntman has to absorb the full impact of the grenade. He has to save all his mates. In 3, 2, 1.
That was brutal.
Well, one thing's for sure, there'll be no happy ending for this celluloid savior.
He did not have a good day. He was a hero.
Yep, our hero's role has been cut short, but did his selfless act save the cast of cutouts?
There's a significant chunk out of the front here, but out of the back, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just 4. That's it.
So wooden actor number 1 took 10 fewer hits than the control blast. But how bad were the splinters?
This injury right here is very telling because what it shows us is that while it looks like a lot here, we look around on the backside and there's not a mark. In the previous test, without anything over the grenade at all, if we saw a hole in the front, we saw a hole in the back. So it's clearly slowing down the velocity of the projectiles coming off of the grenade.
And the guy at 10 feet?
Well, heck, look at that.
I don't see a single one.
This looks like he might have really saved his buddies here.
There's no doubt about it. This movie myth is looking confirmed.
Well, there you go.
There you go. I'm pretty amazed. I wasn't expecting to see such a definitive result. Of the 8 figures we had standing around here, when our hero jumped on the grenade, only his buddy who was 5 feet away, buddy number 1, sustained any real damage. And most of that was to his legs. Buddies number 2 and 3 are effectively unscathed, as are 4 through 8.
So the rest of the cast survived. Unfortunately, our action hero from now on will only be able to play bit parts. Adam and Jamie have been blown away by the results of a movie myth.
This looks like he might have really saved his buddies here.
But the director hasn't called wrap yet. The guys have a couple more Hollywood hero techniques to test.
So what's next?
Well, I'm thinking about this other Hollywood scenario I've seen where the hero doesn't dive on the grenade, he actually throws it into a bucket of water to protect those around him.
Well, it makes sense to me, and it's easy to test. I mean, get a bucket of water, drop a grenade in it, see what happens.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out if it actually dampens the grenade blast or actually makes it worse or does nothing at all.
Well, we have played around with explosives in water before. Remember on another Hollywood myth, we tried to open a safe by filling it with water and setting off an explosive. And it transmitted the energy quite well. It was very effective, but I don't know what it'll do with a bucket.
Wow! That worked beautifully!
Well, let's give it a shot.
Back at the range, Adam and Jamie have rigged the live grenade and dunked it in a bucket of water. The question is, will this hand grenade hero technique actually dampen the blast? Or is it another example of Hollywood screenwriters rewriting the laws of physics?
Based on what I know, I think this may well be our best technique of all the ones that we try, because we know that water resists things moving through it at high speed. And you know, these particles that are being sent out are really quite small. So, you know, I think the water may even be especially effective at slowing them down.
In 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Dude, that was incredible. Is that part of our bucket? That's the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, the bucket of water definitely kicked the bucket. But the crew is looking in pretty good shape. Compared to the control test, the shrapnel damage seems superficial. Until they take a good look at this guy.
Yeah, that's the first one we've seen through somebody's head.
Which causes Adam to leap to a hasty conclusion.
So yeah, strangely, it's looking to me like jumping on a grenade is still best, and the bucket of water is kind of terrible.
But Jamie gives that theory a bucketing.
Actually, I kind of disagree about this one, because all of the previous ones required that our hero be close to the actual grenade when it went off. If we've got a bucket of water, we drop it in the water. This greatly reduced the total number of hits, greater than anything that we've done, and your hero might survive it. In the water safe story, the water turned out to be more efficient at transferring the blast pressure. But in this case, we're more interested in the frag from the grenade casing, and the fact is that the water reduced the total amount of frag hits. So that means that the blast was marginally more survivable.
So when it comes to saving your friends from an exploding grenade, the bucket approach really does hold water. And so to our final hand grenade hero technique.
It's a grenade. Get rid of it.
In this tall tale on TV, our hero attempts to blunt the blast by dropping the ticking time bomb in cold storage. To replicate that small screen scene, the first thing they'll need is a fridge.
What does it smell like, man? What did you keep in here?
It smells like old food, I think. We need to spray it with bleach inside.
No. We're gonna clean it out with a grenade.
Luckily, Shop General Terry is having a clear out, and his old beer fridge could really do with being put out of its misery. So once again, it's back to the range, this time for some gratuitous destruction of kitchen appliances. All in the name of science, of course.
There's stuff in there. The beer.
The fridge is in position.
If you caught any diseases from here, you can cure yourself with the penicillin right here.
And our cutout cast gather around as the bomb team rig the grenade inside the fridge, just like the film clip.
Given what we've seen so far from all the tests, I actually think this fridge has got a better chance than anything else of saving everybody in the vicinity of that grenade. There's big steel wall, you have an air chamber in there, you've got plastic, you've got fiberglass lining, and there's just a lot of stuff in the way of all that fragmentation. I don't think this fridge will be anything but destroyed when we're done.
But saving the fridge isn't the myth. Will it suppress the blast and save the hero?
In 3, 2, 1.
The replay shows the silhouettes chilling out around the fridge, wondering what's for dinner. What else? Bangers and smash.
Yeah, something tells me that this is maybe not the best of the options. What do you think?
Wow. Oh man, it's pretty clear here that the two places you don't want to be standing are either in front or behind the fridge, but on the side is just fine.
The key position is the actor directly in front. As per the film clip, our hero runs away from the fridge and ducks down square on to the door. And as the high-speed camera shows, that ain't exactly the best idea.
You didn't fare too well with the Battle of the Refrigerator.
No, number 7 is totally gone. If you're thinking that a refrigerator is going to contain a grenade, you're totally wrong. I'm sitting on the evidence.
But Adam, that's what you thought. With predictions as poor as that, we'd better let Jamie wrap this one up.
Out of all the options that we had, this was clearly the worst idea. When you think about it, it makes sense. You've got a lot of metal there to create shrapnel. You don't have a lot of mass to resist it. You've got foam and other lightweight things, and it's awfully messy as well. So how did Hollywood, with its typical tenuous connection with reality, fare with this myth?
Surprisingly well. It turns out jumping on a grenade does quite well at limiting the grenade's frag.
And the bucket of water didn't do so bad either.
Yeah, of all the ones we tested, I'd have to say putting a grenade into a refrigerator should be left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah. So how are we going to wrap this up?
Well, we have to say that jumping on a grenade is confirmed. Amazingly, we've gone after a Hollywood myth that ain't a myth at all.
Okay, it's confirmed.